Pyramid Valley has become international center of PSSM. We are all very fortunate to be here in the center of activity. Every year during Buddha Purnima days, lot of activity happens here. Although last 2 years were silent because of the corona activities, this year it is as usual. So we welcome everybody here physically with wonderful celebrations. Thousands of masters are going to come here from North India. All the masters are going to come here. We are going to have grand celebrations. This is the beginning of all those celebrations.
Namaste everyone. Happy morning, afternoon, and a great evening, dear friends. So today we'll be covering on the purpose of life. Yesterday we did on the Ikigai. So we'll be joining after meditation. So we will be going into our meditation today. Yes, for those of you who are new, who are practicing it for the first time, it is we are doing Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation. Just relax yourself, fingers into fingers, clasp your hands, and sit comfortably, and just observe your breath. So we'll be playing the track for today. And Sir will be joining us soon after the meditation, and he'll be taking the topic purpose of life. Thank you so much. And Sai ma'am, can you please play the track, please? Sit comfortably, friends.
Keep your hands on your chest area. With your eyes closed, rest your attention on your breath and on your sacred heart. Take a slow, long, relaxing breath. Can you feel your beautiful heart? Breathe more. That long, relaxing breath, and feel that seat of all emotion. It is binding all life with its love energy, with its compassion energy. Can you feel the love, compassion, inside your beautiful heart? Relive a moment from your life of love, of compassion. Recollect an event from your life of love, of compassion, and feel more of that love energy, of that compassion energy, and expand that energy field of your heart center. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Feel that energy going beyond your body or to every corner of this planet Earth. All life is connected deep inside with specks of energy, intricately connected in this quantum entanglement. Our experience of life multiplies when we become one with each other, when we become one with everything and everybody. Love is the way, compassion is the way, gratitude, appreciation, adventure are all the ways to become one with everything again. Feel Dear friends, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. Your fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap with your eyes closed. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. In this meditation, we observe our natural rhythm of our own breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation, dear friends. Observe your natural breath. Be with your breath. Become one with that in-breath and the out-breath, dear friends. Allow yourself to observe your gentle, peaceful, natural in-breath and the out-breath. observe our breath. Our mind becomes empty. When the mind is empty, we slowly experience that emptiness, that quantum energy field all around. Be with your breath. Observe your in breath and the out breath. It's natural to have thoughts, and you recognize gently come back to observing the breath. with your breath. Become one with the in-breath and the out-breath, and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is becoming empty, can you feel any sensations in your body? Be with your breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Allow yourself become one with your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is empty, can you find that emptiness inside of you, all around you? As you are becoming one with your breath, can you feel any sensations in your body? Can you feel that emptiness all around your body? Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And become one with that emptiness where there is no body, where there is no thing, no one, in no place and no time. This is the time for yourself, dear friends. Allow yourself to invest your attention and energy onto your breath and slowly experience this emptiness of no body, no thing on your left side, on your right side. become aware of that emptiness, of the infinite depth of that emptiness. Spreading far and wide, all around you, beyond your body, beyond your room, beyond this planet, into the edges of this universe. All emptiness is energy. Become aware of that unlimited energy in this quantum field of infinite possibilities and opportunities. Everything that you have ever experienced or will experience is here in this field as energy, waiting to happen into a physical reality. With our attention and observation, stay aware of this emptiness as no body, as no thing, and allow yourself to connect into this energy of healing, of mystic, of miracles, of love, of empowerment, or whatever that you can become aware of. And allow yourself to stay connected to this endless field of all possibilities, this infinite blackness, darkness, void of nobody, of nothing. The longer we stay in this field of unknown, the more you create possibilities into your life. yourself. To merge into this emptiness. Where everything is connected to everything else. This is your greater mind. Go deeper and deeper. Relax your body. Feel your body. Relax yourself and let the autonomous nervous system repair the body. As you relax, recollect your experience from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? Who have you become? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then open your eyes.
Hope you all had a great meditation, friends. Yes, Anusha. Yeah.
Namaste, all the masters. Hope you all enjoyed the meditation today. On behalf of Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation, I would like to thank all the donors contributed between 6th May to 12th May. I would like to announce the names of the people who contributed 5K and above. KV Krishnakant, Sri MTK Textiles Private Limited, Rashmi Shiju, and New Era Traders. I immensely thank all the donors who have contributed other amounts too. Masters, Buddha Seva Quantum Foundation is a non-profit organization and we are expanding. We have a sincere intent to reach out to many more people, spreading meditation wisdom and spiritual science. As you all know, like small action into large number of people is equal to a big change. I request you all to be a part of this big change of transforming lives and across the globe. For making your valuable contributions, please log on to www.buddhasevo.org/donate. You can also become a volunteer. Fill up the volunteer form over there. And all the donations to Buddha Seva Quantum Foundations are exempted under Income Tax Act. I request you all to share your name, PAN number, and address while making the donations. That will help us to issue the form, income tax exemption form. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anusha. So, Sir has already joined. Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yes. Happy morning, friends and masters. Hope you enjoyed the session as much as I did here in Minneapolis. We did a session for a few meditators and newcomers today. So this week, spiritual intelligence that we're understanding, and then one of the core things is to lead a meaningful life. So one is a broader understanding of making that switch from I'm the body, and so I got to have all these things which are external to me, to I'm this energy, so I have everything in me, so I take from that. It's a different perspective. Everything is external to me, so I need to work for it. To now everything is with me, inside me, and so I'm accessing them by being more and more in that energy field with meditation. Understanding all those 5 points that help is always coming. And so then we understood the 6 laws, which sort of explain every situation. So they're only introductory points. One is to spend adequate time to go and study them. That book, Brian Weiss, Many Lives, Many Masters, Appeared Richly You, A Soul's Journey, Raymond Moody's books, Sylvia Brown's books, Echo Bodin, Yoga and the Paramhamsa. Many books sort of give us an idea, understand that we are beyond the body, and every life situation can be perfectly explained when we understand the 6 spiritual science laws. And in the spiritual intelligence week, we're talking about purpose of life. Now, with those understanding, if we recognize that we do have a purpose, like every small thing and little thing that we have and use, Everybody have a purpose, and we too have a purpose. So purpose of life, trying to pull up a few slides here on purpose of life. Yes. Meditation is helping us align to the purpose, something that gives us deep happiness, where we feel we're at crossroads. We've been achieving many things, and we still don't feel that satisfaction that I am something missing in our life. No amount of material gain is fulfilling. So when you recognize that, when you understand our purpose, then we start feeling happy. So from the Dalai Lama perspective, from the Dalai Lama, so the very purpose of life is, of course, there are many masters. The purpose of life, the core reason why we're here, is to be happy and contented. And the more we care for the happiness of others, the greater is our sense of well-being. The more we care for the happiness of others, the greater is our own sense of well-being. Now, this is, we don't even have to make it a happiness of others. We can just look at ourselves as this whole. When you look at ourselves as the whole, it becomes a no-brainer at that point to see that everybody is with me, inside me, so I need to take care, I need to have everybody happy. If we have 700 billion organs in our body, and if unless every organ is happy or working well, our body will not work well, right? It's like that. Now, each organ is representing one person. And so unless everyone is really happy, that they're always constantly there, that thing is there, that pain is there, that suffering is there, that inadequacy is there, that well-being is not there with it. And so we cannot be fully happy. This is how it has to be understood, right? So said another way, we take care of people around, places around, then we have a greater sense of well-being. That's how it needs to be understood, interpreted. Now, Dr. Deepak Chopra has gone one step further, and he's saying the same, but then he said that you utilize and express your unique talent. Service is there, but do what service? Anything that is enabled by the unique talent that you have. So meditation is leading us to do the service because we feel that it's a natural choice for us to help others, because it's for us. Individually, it's for us. We're not saving the world, we're not changing things, we're not transforming people. All of that is happening as a byproduct, but fundamentally, it is for our own happiness we're doing it. And so here we are expressing, and how best we can be happy is by when you express our unique talent, that gift we have. If I'm good at carpentry, I go on making beautiful things with the carpentry and keep gifting to people. Make those nice gen structures and keep gifting to people. It gives us deep happiness. People are going to appreciate a lot. Whatever is the talent that we feel we have, then we express it, and in the service of everybody else. It becomes a dharma, and so it becomes your purpose. Dharma is something that must be done, right? And so that's Dr. Deepak Chopra. Now, Patriji always said, I missed the slide here, always said, purpose of life is to learn and enjoy. The purpose of life is to learn and enjoy. Now, everyone's purpose is different from other person. It need not be the same. And the purpose is changing from time to time. In my case, there was a period of time where I was immensely, I was working on my company growth. There's a purpose of the time I was only working at Pyramid Valley growth. Actively. While I was working for the company, it was going on, but while at that time, if I go back and look at it and say, okay, there is the amount of time I've given for Pyramid Valley, even though, let's say, I'm giving 30% of my time to the Valley as service work and 70% to the work, company work, the more moments that I remember, the happiness I gain out of this 30% of my time is defines as that period of purpose where I was in helping build this place up. So it changes our involvement of the depth, the moments of time where we lose ourselves, all of the changes from time to time, where we are driven, we have intuitively feeling that this is what I must do. And there may be a period of time where you are learning and practicing that music. It might take 3 years, and there will be the best moments when you look back and say, yes, you would have carried on your job. You don't even remember what you did that time, but then the only thing you remember is those 3 years of deep learning of your music. And so then you become better. Then as part of that, you would have done many things with the music. Sing for yourself, sing for your family, for your community. And you're ready. And so the talents are getting developed or utilized very well. So this is how purpose is changing from time to time. You might do companies, you might do service, you might do things, but they change. Overarching ultimately is to be in service of others. The sooner we realize, the sooner we start feeling more and more happy. All these manifestations are there. Manifestations, they start with first making our individual self happy within our own, towards more material things. But then as you complete it, first you have to satisfy the desires of the mind, complete it. Then you move to the higher pleasures, satisfy the desires of the intellect. You want to spend all the time for yourself in reading books and then knowing about yourself more and your own meditations and your own things, it's of course required. And very soon we cross that and say, okay, it's not giving kick anymore. And so we realize that, yes, I must be in the service of others. The sooner we learn, the sooner we are aligning to the purpose. Because ultimately, when you start being in the service of others, now you know that that is not finite. That is anything, any amount, because that's external to us. We are tiny matter. We are tiny individual self, and then a huge impersonal self, a small personal self, and a huge impersonal self. And so that huge impersonal self, any amount of time and effort and then service is necessary because that's huge. Considerations, humanitarian considerations, animal welfare, many things which are huge, right? But the purpose, what we're saying is that it varies from time to time. And by the grassroots level, it's about being happy in every moment and constantly learn. Learning has to be there, and enjoyment has to be there, both. If not, then there is stagnation or there is boredom. There's stagnation and boredom, which means if then there is stagnation of learning, then very soon, then you will get into an absolute boredom, because then you don't have more to experience. If you're repeating the same thing again and again, and the same job, same work, same everything every day, and it becomes boring, right? So not new learning. So now the purpose, that's why we consider it changing time to time. So I was deeply at work to the company growth, then a lot of times for service work, then I suddenly switched For some time, again, I was teaching meditation in a company, so a working company, but then teaching meditation in the company for a long time, 3 years. Then I switched. Suddenly, I started feeling emptiness, inadequacy. I didn't feel like, okay, I'm in the right place anymore. After teaching for 2.5 years in IBM to various groups introducing meditation, while of course we were doing the job. And then suddenly the calling to come out or not do something more. And then so now at Buddha Siddhanta Foundation, we're doing something. So it changes for us, dear friends. From time to time, we recognize it. How do you recognize? How do you recognize? Few things we can do. Listening to our heart, not mind. So this is the fundamentally we keep listening, we get clarity. So with meditation, regularly with meditation, we are constantly listening to ourselves. Second, when we're not clear, we don't stop working. We always do something. You feel like you always want to do some service work with a nonprofit around the corner from home. You also say, I need to spend adequate time with my family. And I've not been spending, so I need to travel for the next 6 months. I want to do this. But you're not able to decide. But don't stop doing anything. Instead, decide on one of those. Pick one of those and then do something. Jump in to do something. It is okay if you're not able to decide one of the two, but do one thing. And then see, when you start doing one thing, then you will know whether you are experiencing it beautiful or not, whether you are satisfied or not. You will know it. Many people say, okay, I know that my heart is there in starting my own business, my own company, but they never come out of it doing it because they're too much in the comfort zone, not able to come out. But something you can do is, without disturbing what your current reality is, you can jump in to do by stretching extra. But first, we're saying that jump in to do something. Experiment in a small way towards that thing that you feel that is what gives you happiness. And third point is that something that you can do is to study what your parents stood for. At a broad sense, they'll give you a direction of what you should be doing. Should you be doing service? Should you be doing innovation? Should you be building companies? Should you be teaching overall? Many of those can come from what your parents stood for and some values, and then what their purpose of life has been. So listening to heart, not mind, is it's about paying close attention to those messages, paying close attention to the messages in your meditations, in your wakeful time. In the meditation, towards the end, when sometimes I say, your future is unfolding from this very moment in a way that you least expect and imagine. So whenever we are seeing something unexpected, there are messages are coming, suddenly you see, you open a book and then tells you something. Suddenly you get an email, suddenly you get a phone call, somebody saying, hey, take this job, right? Whenever we are getting something unexpected or things that are coming your way, which is very much relevant to the thing that you're working, either way, we are always receiving information and signal, messages, insights. And when we are regularly meditating, either during meditation or outside during wakeful time, suddenly a flash of thought when you're relaxing, right? In many ways, it shows up, and that's what is called listening to the heart, paying attention to the messages that are coming in. Okay, it could be a physical message, it could be a thought, it could be a feeling, right? It could be somebody coming and they're telling you the same thing in two different ways. And so all of that are translating to listening to the heart. So when you're not clear, when you're jumping in, you want to do something, when you say, I would like to know what my purpose is, aligned to it, then you start receiving messages. Like in my case, after working at IBM for 2.5 years, and where I was enjoying the same thing that I was doing extremely well in teaching, launching the 6-week programs and doing them, but I was also integrating the company to various clients. But suddenly, the same thing which I was doing 2 years before with lots of enthusiasm, And then suddenly it was no longer was interesting for me. Instead, this feeling from inside, it's time to leave, it's time to go, and then it's time to go and then do something full time. Utilize your time for service full time. Go out. That's the voice that would come to me. That's the voice that would come to me on a regular basis. That is the only thing that I hear. Suddenly, and I'm sure enough, a big meditation event, Dhyana Chakra, that intuition came strong that you must go and work for it. Just resign a job and work for it. So I did that exactly. Because something is there in building up for a period of time. And so I worked for this Dhyana Chakra event for some time, and then suddenly that led into more things and eventually landed into Buddhasi Quantum Foundation. So listening in to a heart in an early morning, pay attention. When you wake up, if you are in a receiving mode, because in a low thought state mode, it is good to be open so that sometimes you receive a few confirmations of what you're doing is right or not right. Right, friends? So getting the clarity. When you do some surveys, you get clarity. When you're meeting more people who are doing things, you also get clarity. Okay, is this going to help me or not help me? So meditation helps, our reading helps. When you read Surrender Experiment by Michael J. Singer. It'll give you some idea of purpose, how just surrendering to things made him do his center first for some time, his company for some time, many things, right? So reading definitely helps, dear friends. Reading helps, meditation helps, and then service helps. Service helps in aligning to what I should be doing next. Purpose is about clearly having clarity of what you should do next. Next could be for a year, for 2 years, for next 5 years, right? That's all it is, something that gives happiness. The second thing that we're saying is do something new. If you're not clear, do something new. 1 second. If you're not clear, do something new. Patriji always say, never waste time, but we don't have to hurry and worry, but don't waste time. So always do something. Do some action rather than not doing any action. Because I don't know what to do, I just want to sit down, do nothing. No, so the point here is that because with every time we do something, we get some experience. So when things are not clear, suppose you lost job, you know why people a lot of times will lose jobs? Because we're not clear of what we have to do next. Because we just kept it into a routine thing. When we keep things routine and that we no longer enjoy, that means we're not finding some meaning. We do not dream of a future. We do not have adequate goal or anything that we want to do next. No clarities. Then sometimes we are placed into this intermediate state of not doing anything to go back and contemplate. So doing something is just sitting down and say, okay, these are the two things that I want to do. Maybe I want to do weekend farming. Try it. Don't make too much plans and say it's going to work, not work. Start somewhere, start some small. Your friend might have a farm and then maybe you ought to invest a little bit and then go and then invest 3-4 weekends about doing small investments, but start so that way you will know. So when we start doing something, dear friends, when you jump in, and there is this concept of going into the flow. So if you take up to determine whether you like it or not, you can take up a small clear goal. You want to do weekend farming or a 50-acre thing. That's probably what you want, right? But you don't know. So take up something very small, as simple as a clear goal. Understand how big the market is. Is it even possible? So what is weekend farming? Is it even possible? You have to study enough. So take a goal and say, I'm going to get my fundas clear about weekend farming by studying completely thoroughly. Just the detailed study. Not just because you heard from your friends and say, oh, this is fancy and I want to do it. Once you take up, and because you got to study enough detail before you invest money, right, into it. So have a clear goal of saying, okay, I'm going to study for next 1 month about this weekend farming. What is conducive, not conducive? What should I grow, not grow? Right? How feasible it is to have something 100 kilometers away versus 30 kilometers away. Some of these things you do a study. Say, I'm going to study and come back, and so I'll be more intelligent to make a decision. That clear goal you take up, and then you do it. Don't delegate to somebody. Don't ask for a report from somebody. You do it. You do your own research and go beyond the comfort zone. So in order to know whether we're going to like something or not, the key is to go beyond the comfort zone. That means you got your day-to-day job, but you got to now take away some of your free time or comfort time and then apply it towards this new thing that you may be going into. When we go beyond comfort zone, dear friends, and then when we start applying, when you only do it with your own self, and then if you like it, that is where then you go into this flow. That means you love this so much that you forget time and space around you. And anytime you're going into that stage, that means you got it. You are latched onto a specific project that is going to give you deep happiness. So your purpose is something that you can determine. I'm talking about these big things that you do, right? We want to do a nonprofit, you want to do your own company, you want to do something, right? Whatever that is. And for the next few years or months that you want to do, you can experiment like this. Take up something and then go into see if you're going into the flow. But the requirement is those three. Clear goals, one task at a time. Clear means small, measurable goal. Don't try to boil the ocean. Start with something small, right? Small. When we wanted to do, I wanted to do service, full-time service. I didn't start off with an office space and a foundation and then employee hiring and all that. I didn't do any of those. All I knew is that we have to do something. I was waiting, flow. I took an action, a project that Patriji asked me to do for 2 months, finished. Then I attended a workshop and worked on myself. Right? As soon as that is done, suddenly this opportunity presented to teach meditation online. So because I want to do corporates, I asked one UK group and said, hey, my good friend Ravi, I said, I'd like to do this online program. He was very interested. He said, sure, there are enough employees are there. You want to do this, try it out. So we started an online program. And I wanted to see how much I'm going to like doing this 6-week program, which I was doing in IBM. I thought I was a little getting bored. So it came out and then I wanted to try this out. So I just tried. So I was finding happiness as I was doing it for only 30 people that time. First time I did in 2020 March. But I was finding happiness in doing it along the way. So then COVID sort of came, a lot more restrictions came, and suddenly we opened up into the Pyramid Valley. So it grew in. I'm loving it. And then more people came, Karthikeyan sir came, so many things changed. So likewise, when we start doing it, and then I remember then how much I was enjoying this process of teaching or sharing online. So I knew that we hit the zone of the flow zone. Right? I said, okay, this is it. This is a beautiful way of taking it forward. And that's when we put a wrap around of a foundation. We started hiring employees until there are no employees. So no one-man show with some volunteers, right? We were always doing it. So when you know you're going into the flow, when you know that, okay, this is the way to do it, and so then you're doing it different. So it's not new. I think many startups are doing it. Many founders who are passionate are doing it. But when we don't know, when you are passionate about something, we can do. When you don't know about something and still you want to do, then this is what this principle is saying. Try it out and then taking those small goals and then do it by yourself. Don't delegate to anybody else, and then you can go in, right? So when we are not clear of what to start, ask this question: what is important to me if I've got only 1 year of time left in my life? 1 year if I get to, make it 6 months, make it 2 years, whatever that you feel right. But ask those hard questions. If I am not there a year later, so what is important? Then suddenly it's going to give you this contemplation must happen. Is it important that you have gained so much knowledge, you feel like you must share now? You amass so much wealth that you feel like you must share it and then utilize it in an appropriate way. So then you're going to be working about top 100 charity projects that are making deep impact. And then you're going to be writing checks. That's all you'll do. That could be your purpose for the next 1 year, to spend that money the way because you don't know, right? So asking these questions will help prioritize, and then you'll narrow down to one or two, and then you try this work. One way. Other is, of course, deep meditations are giving you clarity anyway, right? So, dear friends, so listening to your heart, and then when things are not clear, and then finding our current purpose by doing something, working on something new, and attempt to go into the flow can help. And I wanted to pay attention to the last bullet, that no matter what we do, that our efforts never go off. Everything we learn in our life, everything, in my personal experience, little thing to big thing you learn are always of use somewhere else. So there's no concept of I switched my field, and so I used to do earlier, but now I'm doing totally different. That concept is only there when you are completely were fit into a wrong box to begin with. You're forced and you had to agree to somebody, and they did something that you never liked in your life and then did it. So maybe all that is gone. But otherwise, whatever that you enjoyed in the past will always be of use for your next thing. Okay, so whatever we do is always adding to an experience. So the spiritual principle is that everything adds an experience where we're learning. So nothing goes waste. And so don't have to worry about, oh, my time is gone, my resources are gone. Never. That understanding needs to come that everything is for an experience, and in experience we're learning. Right? Thomas Alva Edison said, when people told him that, hey, you have to do 1,000 times to do 1,000 experiments to get to a bulb, he told, every time I failed, I knew what not to do next time. So then learning, I knew what not to do next time. Right? So, and the last thing in the purpose is when you read this book by Richard Bach, Celestine Prophecy, can help understand that our parents' purpose often is related to our individual purpose too in many, many ways. So we can relate it. And so it gives you some direction. My parents, my father always was doing service to the village in many ways to people, counseling, helping, and so all the time when he was there was working. So when I was trying to get to a full-time service, I just wanted to get that, and then it's sort of a no-brainer connection to me that, okay, this is the way to go. He was doing material service, getting a school, getting a road, helping financially, and then raising conflicts with people. So the same service here, which is based on my strength and then current conscious awareness of knowledge of meditation, it became easy for me to make a switch and then decide. So it's like that. So thank you very much for joining, friends, to understand a little bit more about purpose. The bottom line is a meditation will give us clarity when we decide and say, what's my purpose? You ask these questions and then we're gaining the clarity of it. We gain the strength to go and then do something. We no longer procrastinate. And then we jump in to start doing that service, pick up the phone call, or go and then take that appointment with a nonprofit or with that company. We start meet that founder and then go forward to do your own company, things like that. Thank you very much. So we will meet again tomorrow, Saturday, for sharings, maybe with some business leaders, or otherwise, those of you who not shared in the groups, but we can also listen from you. Yes, Sudha madam. Any announcements for us?
Yes, sir, we have an announcement.
Actually, I lost track of time. I'm not sure if I way exceeded or not. 7:30.
Yes. Sir.
Are we ahead of time, or we lost quite over time?
I think so.
We're still in time, right? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
So, friends, we'll be doing the concluding session of book Surrender Experiment today instead of the usual Monday slots. The timings will remain the same. Please make it convenient to join. It's 8:50 today, 8:15 a.m. to 9:15, and evening it is 7:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And secondly, join us on May 21st for the program Awaken on World Meditation Day. So the links are posted in the chat box and also in your respective groups, WhatsApp groups. Do forward to your family, friends, and communities. That's all for today, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Anybody would like to share, seems like a couple of minutes before we close, who felt they understood their purpose and so they're in the direction to be with it. They would like to share. They got the clarity and so they are on it.
Yes, Mr. So we have Mr. Kiran,
Hello.
Hey, madam. Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, I wouldn't be able to turn on the video though. So thank you, Chandra sir, and by the way, like I will be seeing you this Saturday. Just excited about it, and about the purpose. It's very true that we sometimes tend to find our purpose by looking back and analyzing and just reflecting on our childhood and how we were raised, what our parents did, the problems that we faced and all. I believe in that. And also the other point is nothing goes waste. So just to emphasize that, the story that I want to share is my personal story. Is that my mother is a teacher. She's a retired teacher, Hindi teacher. She is the seventh girl child in her family. And back in those days, they were not allowed to, my mom and her sisters were not even allowed to get outside the school, outside the house. But she somehow put her foot down and somehow convinced her dad to go to the school across the road. And she learned Hindi and she somehow got into the teacher training and became a teacher. And with that self-made achievement that she had and the struggles she has to go through for herself, she made sure that her children did not go through that. And not only just her children, I grew up watching her pay school fees for her girl students. She was mainly working in the girls' college, and she would pay the fees for them and all those. So I think like somewhere deep down, I never really looked at it, or like I never really wanted to do anything about it, but I was happy and I was proud of my mom and all that. That's about it. But then as I grew up and as I became a physician and as I came to US, life happened and I did not get into residency and I'm not practicing even now. So I've been soul searching. So if I'm not a licensed physician, what is the purpose in my life? So I've been soul searching for several years now, and I've been very, very confused, this or that, or what it is, like, right? Like everything that you see, you get excited, but that excitement doesn't stay long. And eventually I started raising my child and started sharing the same stories, just so that she will have that cultural roots back home. And one of the dinner table conversations was how, like, when I was pregnant with her, the acid attacks in India were rampant. And I felt, I'm glad I was not in India at that time. She was shocked and she wanted to do something about it. And she started fundraising, and we got associated with an organization. And this was like when she was 10, and now she's 16. And so far she has educated through digital literacy, educated more than 500 girls, and helping her be what she is doing, taking her and having her do the motivational talks and fundraising and all that, I found my purpose. And I realized, I think like whatever I wanted to do, I think like it just kind of happened through my kid. And that learning, I started to teach to more and more kids. And now I'm more and more into the youth mentoring. I do storytelling. I do help the immigrant, especially the Indian immigrant children here, like who face a lot of the stress because of the racial bias and everything. I just try to bring those cultural perspectives and want to give them a platform where they can talk and try to do that. But in that process, I never have been a speaker myself. So I don't know what it means to be a speaker, but I do help the kids right there and try to help them with their TED Talks and all. And so, yeah, and everyone started questioning me, what are you doing? You're not working, like you're such a waste and this and that. And I'm like, it was kind of killing me initially, but later on it stopped killing me and it just kind of became my passion. And I realized how confident I became. And the people who are saying that, like now they actually come to me asking help for their kids sometimes. And now I see like this 5-6 years of the work that I have done is not going to be wasted, because probably I'll get back into trying for my residency once my daughter graduates. And there is this community medicine track that I recently found, and it's perfect fit for what I have been doing, like for the youth mentoring and everything, finding the community problems and adding the medical touch to it is just one thing I need to figure out. And that is what I am working on right now. So nothing goes wasted, and always that soul searching is really, really important. And sometimes if we fail, I think there is a purpose to it, why we are failing.
Wonderful, madam. There can't be any more clarity than what you expressed and what you're going through. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that detailed example. Yes, I look forward to meeting you tomorrow. Okay, that's Saturday. Thank you. Where are you coming from? Can you remember, madam? I think you might have muted it again. Yes, sure, Paji.
Okay, you mean like here in US?
Yeah, here in US.
Yeah, I am in Iowa.
Iowa, okay.
So, I feel again it's like a calling, because I've been wanting to do this manifestation thing, and my own kid, after having done all that work and trying to empower the girls, she herself is going through a lot of stress during this pandemic, and that imposter syndrome and all those things. And so I felt but she really liked the wellness day on one of her leadership classes. And I told her, like, you are doing all the wellness and meditation from the people who learn in India, come here and doing it as business. So you need to start actually learning from the actual gurus. And so this is the perfect time that you should do it. And so I'm bringing her also. So I'm hoping it's going to help her too.
Absolutely. That's great. When we give time for working on ourselves, it's always helping. Where our attention goes, energy flows. Simple equation.
That's what I'm trying to do. Like now, like whatever meditation that I'm doing, I'm trying to pass that energy to her, so she just kind of comes out of her own stress.
Okay. Thank you, madam. So we'll see you tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. Yes.
Mr. Shivarudra, sir.
Yeah. Chandra sir, good morning here, and maybe where you are, it must be good evening or late evening. I really don't know what is the time there. But when we are talking about the purpose of life, I was wondering, without really making a great effort to find out what is purpose of my life, I am surprised that if I look back of my right from student career to the professional career to now, I'm wondering how is that I have been, like a centrifugal force, how I am dragged to the service. How did it really happen? I honestly, maybe it's my family background, where I stayed, where my father was doing it. Maybe, I must have captured it, but I'm wondering, everywhere I am attached to an organization or people who are wonderfully, dedicated for service. So, for example, Chandra sir, if I take what a human service I find, and the Dignity Foundation, where after my retirement, I was little wondered, when I switched to Bangalore, uh, how do I associate? It automatically happened. In both the cases, it happened automatically, not much of an effort from my side to join the organization. That's something I'm wondering. I have to only narrate one example how it happens. A friend of mine called me from US in the mid of night of one of these Corona days. It is very surprising that in the middle of the night, I get a call from my friend from US saying that his relative is seriously ill because of Corona and he needs some help, medical help. He is not getting admissions. I was wondering, the patient is in Gulbarga and I am in Bangalore, and this man is in US and he wants me to help out. And he's my very close friend. I have to try. In the middle of the night, wherever I thought I can do, I telephoned and found out a person who can help. He said, sorry, I can't do it, but this man, why don't you try? Okay, I kept on trying all that. Finally landed it into a situation wherein at 3 o'clock, the man rings me back from the hospital saying that, sir, there is a bed available, please send that person here. So it happened. So this thing, when my purpose was to save that life of that person, because he was young, 32-year youth. So I really not known to me or that boy, but still I thought that let me do. The person who was there, who was my help, he said the only thing is if you try from your bottom of your heart, you can do it. That made me to really realize that I was not sure when I was doing it, but I thought let me try. Okay. So this is exactly purpose of life is service. I enjoy whatever service it is. Yesterday in the Dignity Foundation, in the meeting, I was sharing these things with them, and one out of all the people, one friend came and asked me the link. Okay, so that made me so happy. Okay, that was the purpose of sending it to the people. So the purpose is to serve. I enjoy serving. Okay, that's simple. Okay, I really don't know. I don't plan, but it happens with me. Yeah, that's what.
Yes, become a champion to promote this very idea of serving. That's why everything happened to you effortlessly. Now the dharma is to take that forward to many others. You doing by yourself was enabling 1,000 people to do it. So there is a difference.
I understand, sir. I understand.
So now that is our next collective. Together we do that to enable 1,000 people and 100,000 people to do it.
True.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, so I'm here in Minnesota. In Minneapolis with a good friend, senior master, Mr. Satya Vaitla, in their home. And we just finished a session, but Satya Vaitla otherwise has been meditating for a long time. So here, Satya, we are finishing our 6-week program, right? Your experience of meditation briefly and your message.
Namaste, Masters. And I have attended this program some time back, I think 2 years back. I liked immensely this program, and so I felt some higher energies while doing that meditation, and I recommend it to many people, that program. And actually, it was not only that program. Since when I have started practicing meditation some years ago, and so I'm getting immensely benefited from the meditation daily practicing. So, like it was helping me health-wise, and keeping me always trying to be in positive, and always trying to be in present moment trying to be keeping the awareness. So that makes me like comfortable everywhere in my work as well as outside in the relationship wise at home also. So I became more peaceful, and my health is also considerably improved. And I used to have asthma, and that was completely gone now, and I'm free from it. And some other things also, like some inconvenience in the health. I don't know what to name that, but those are all gone. So those irregularities are not there now. And so I, while doing this meditation, and I've been promoting whenever some activities happening from PSSM side, I was trying to be organizing them and locally, and whenever masters comes, we'll be hosting these sessions, organizing them. And so also whatever manner I was helping and participating in those activities of the PSSM. So it actually, I mean, it also made me the meditation. I became vegetarian when I started doing this meditation. Initially, I mean, for some years, I was not that much. I was not sure whether I'm going in I'm doing in a right direction or not. But later on, I got a grip on that, and with continuous practice, with continuous regular meditation, and tremendous changes, I've been seeing that, and I'm still improving a lot, and I will continue to do this for the rest of my life. Now this has become like a lifestyle now, and it is significantly improving the quality of life. That's what I can say.
Wonderful. Thank you, Satya Garu. If you have to take one thing, right? So every time masters come, I organize sessions. We know that quality of life improves. We know many things are coming in our way. But then this one thought for this young couple who wants to always take it to people, right? So we are ready as meditators. When we want to give this to others, we take every opportunity. We don't make decisions for others. Instead, no, if that is there, then okay, so who is there in my area who can teach meditation? I got this opportunity, I have this community hall, 10 people will come, let me organize a session. Let me pick up a phone call and ask Buddhase Foundation, can somebody come and teach? Why not? There are many possibilities, right? There are so many masters now, and each of us here probably are masters by ourselves, we can teach. If you're not confident, then if you just call, our masters are ready to come and then do a session. 5 people, 10 people, 20. Make a phone call, right? It is possible. So, Satya Garu, that's how we happened. You know, I don't remember exactly whether you approach, I approach, doesn't matter. But we are today able to share it with 35, 40 people. That maybe about 30% are new, so they learned it all. And 70% who have just learned are practicing, but then they cemented their experience a lot more, right? It is good. So I take that as a core message, that you are organizing sessions to every master who's coming into town. Okay.
Yep.
So thank you for everything that you're doing, Satya Garu, and for great hospitality for us.
Thank you.
I've been having nice, different foods. This is a good thing, right? Curry that madam made. So something that we've not had, we learned a new recipe here today. Okay, great.
So we have Acharya Eraku,
Yes.
Jagath. So kindly unmute yourself, sir.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Thank you very much. And the today topic, that purpose of the life, that is actually make my life U-turn. Even though I was an engineer in Delhi and all the 5-star hotels, DL project, prestigious project I did, but only our owners and very limited people, they are happy. Then I was not fully happy. When I created my purpose, being and causing others to experience more of love, happiness, peace, fulfillment, then the life is already changed. From morning 8 o'clock to night 12 o'clock, I work in that. After I create the thing, I don't know by logic, but the universe supported me to learn a lot of things, and without expecting, the people will call. For example, our governor of Tamil Nadu, he came for the chief guest. When he fainted, the organizer asked me, sir, you please come and cure. I told the doctors are sitting there, I am an engineer. No, you please come. Then within 10 minutes, he was perfectly. So what I want to communicate is, it is not the knowing part or being part. When you are talking about Oshoji and Patriji, when I stand for that, and not one day, if I perfect, then I will act. That was previously 40 years life. Now, whatever the chance available, how can I support? How can I be the part? Then the entire thing is changed. Now, still, I'm learning, yearning, contributing, and having fun. So, lot of miracles are happening. One person, he called from Hyderabad. Our other friend Chandra Modeli gave his number. He told you, sir, I'm not having the job. I am the corona. I cannot spend that money. Just I pray and did that. Within 3 days, he got the call, sir, I'm perfect that. So that is the magic and miracles when we stand for that purpose of the life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Acharya ji, Acharya Raghu Ramanangam ji. Yes, in many ways we have, I think what you said is you become of it, so things are happening through you. Great. We can't but be of help to others automatically. Thank you.
Even my purpose is support.
Support, yes.
Yeah.
Great. Yes, Senimalaji.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Are you able to hear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, good evening. Very nice to see you going around and spreading the message of meditation in the US and Europe. And even though you are far away, we are in contact every day through the daily session. And we also continue our Chennai chapter. And I am happy to have been introduced to the meditation of Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation ever since the last quarter of 2019. I have been regularly attending all these sessions and also the daily meditation programs. And we had the opportunity to have a physical session in July 2021 in Chennai. Thanks to Master Chandraji and Madam Vani's presence. This was a very successful physical session. And I feel blessed to have been introduced to Buddha CEO Quantum Foundations. And my life has totally changed during the difficult periods of Corona. Staying at home with the lockdowns and the fear of the constant news about loss of lives with the COVID-19 infection, and also business losses and personal losses. After I got introduced to these sessions, my first major gain is loss of fear. There is no loss of fear about future, both personally and business-wise, and a mental peace, total peace, and I feel so detached, whatever happens. My job is only to do the work. And manifestation taught by Chandraji has been very helpful. And I'm facing all the challenges with a total confidence. And I'm sure we will overcome all the problems with the manifestation and sincere efforts. I thank Chandraji, Brahmarshi Patriji, and the movement of Buddha's CEO Quantum Foundation. And I am in a small way trying to spread the message by forming the Chennai chapter and trying to conduct sessions in Tamil for the benefit of the Tamil speaking people and also Tamil Nadu and Chennai. I once again thank Master Chandraji and Vani Madam and all masters at Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation for the constant encouragement. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Sinemaraji. That's great.
When are you coming back? We are missing you.
I'll come straight to Chennai because you said July 2021, so we must do it before 21 again, 22 July. So we'll do at least a 2-day visit to Chennai. We'll plan dates.
Thank
If
you,
they
sir.
don't mind, I think we'll do it now. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. So thank you all. So we have 7 minutes before. So enjoy the time. I also need to go. So see you tomorrow again. Thank God. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, friend.